couple minutes early. We'll wait. Five. Couple minutes early. We'll wait. Five. Couple minutes early. We'll wait. Minutes early. We'll wait. Couple minutes early. We'll wait. Five. Couple minutes early. It's pretty funny. Minutes early. We'll wait. Minutes early. Got all this desktop audio going here. Couple minutes early. We'll wait. Wow. Yeah, so it's picking up my desktop audio even though I've got the speakers running through here, so I'm learning something new every day. I've got something new that I want to try later on. It's probably going to get me a copyright strike, but I don't care because it's so awesome. Lots of insects out today. Let's see if anybody's in here. Is anybody? Looks like we got 4 people watching, 5 people. Check in as you walk in the door. Say hi. Always good to know who's watching, because otherwise it's just a number. Kind of like with comments. You don't know who all's watching. You just see a number. See 400 or 500 people watch the video, but only 5 people commented. That's probably my fault. I should always encourage people to leave a comment, but I don't. What's up, Philip? It's only been a few days since I saw Philip. He came out to the Vagabond rally, hung out. He tried to buy me a beer, but I was, yeah. I think that was the day I'd been drinking a good part of the day. I did get a Coca-Cola out of it. We knocked back a Coca-Cola at the rally. What's up, Gary? Man, what a difference a haircut makes, dude. Full of bush shells, but I should know what that is. Yeah, dude, I feel human again. Top is cut. This thing that if I let it grow, this thing would have been out here. The hair only went mostly down the back. Well, I cut the top a lot. I had scissors with me, but I can't cut the back with scissors, so it's... So yeah, I feel almost human, man. Josh, what's up, Detroit? Josh, what's up, man? It's good to have people checking in. I love to see who all's watching. Much like I like comments. And YouTube likes comments too. It's kind of funny how that works. They call it engagement. So it's not only how long do they watch your video, when did they stop watching, when did they jump ahead, and I can see most of that. It's kind of funny. I should probably share some of the things that YouTube shares with me about you guys. And nothing in particular. There's no tracking of individual users, but I always think that's interesting. But that's kind of what this stream is gonna, hopefully we'll talk about tonight. Is I've got $15 to $30 maybe episodes left to kind of cover the story, but I'm wondering, also at the end of this stream I have a premiere of something that is probably just from my experience. I know what I typically put in and what I leave out. but one of the little discussions where I'm laying in my hammock and I'm just filming with the selfie stick and just kind of stream of consciousness. I had some thoughts. I can't remember exactly where I started with that, but I just started filming. Started wondering what I was doing on, not only on the road, but a little bit about, you know, what my purpose for filming all that stuff was. So, you know, it was a little existential moment. But that's I just uploaded that earlier. Hello, stupid people with no buffers. Oh, that's can y'all hear that? I hope you can't, but it's just terrible. Yeah, YouTube can bite me too, bipolar. In fact, the surprise that I've got for you is a video that I uploaded that you can't find anywhere else because they've removed it from the internet. But I have a copy. I have a copy, and I uploaded it to Rumble, the other video service. You might know of Rumble if you watch Scotty. He talks about it a lot because he likes to talk about his weird conspiracy theories and all that stuff. And he puts all that stuff on Rumble, so YouTube doesn't spank him like they spanked was it Alex Jones, and now they're spanking Kanye or Yee. Yeah, bipolar, NorCal, cool man. How'd you find me, bipolar? Must have been an Itchy Boots short. Just got back from an extended trip. I'm going to start mine in a month or so by way of Montgomery, Alabama. Very cool, dude. So you're coming to Montgomery to start or maybe you're flying out of Montgomery. Don't make me guess. I'm struggling here. Unless you're in the Air Force, that would be extended trip. You're rolling out of Montgomery going military. That's the best guess I can get, because I don't know how you would get to Detroit to Montgomery. I can't put that together in my head. How's the audio, y'all? Can y'all hear me okay? I mean, it looks like the picture's okay. I am streaming with good solid Wi-Fi tonight, so the picture should be good. I am on the laptop, which means I got access to other stuff too, so that's kind of cool. Yeah. We'll get started here in a minute. We'll let a few people. Trailer bike from Detroit to Montgomery. So you're going to start in Montgomery. Can you hear the loud mufflers? Started following you before you started Itchy Boots eating Itchy Boots dust. Yeah, audio's good. Thanks, Philip. Audio's good. Thank you. Too cold to ride in DC. Oh yeah, dude. I kind of want to talk about that too, because I don't know. I think that's kind of I know you guys get cold and ice and wet and it's miserable up there, but down here there's probably 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks maybe every year that it's too miserable for even me to ride. I will be on occasion, but you know, I don't like riding in 30-degree weather. I don't like riding in snow, sleet, ice. In fact, that's the main reason, one of the main well, no, I was out of money. I ended the trip, and that was my plan in October, because the places I like to stay in the Rockies get really cold and very unpredictable weather-wise, and it snows in some of the places that I like to camp up there, so usually I roll out first few weeks in October, and I didn't even get to see the leaves change. The leaves are just amazing in the Rockies in October, and they were just starting to change when I left, or at least where I was. I probably should have rolled back over to the San Juans, because it gets pretty cold up there, and the leaves start changing quicker. You get the yellows and the oranges and the reds. It's just freaking amazing. Too cold to ride in December. Yeah. YouTube just recommended you one day. Man, I get lucky every once in a while. YouTube puts me on the list. But lately I found the trick, which a lot of people have, I pissed off a lot of people by doing this. I started throwing itchy boots in the title, and sometimes I would talk about her at length. Sometimes I would just have fun, but I have found that just throwing itchy boots in the title will get me several hundred subscribers, not to mention the views. I don't really care too much about the views, because if I can't convert you, if I can't convince you that I have something that's interesting that might be on the same wavelength as Norley, then I'm kind of wasting my time and maybe even pissing off my regular viewers. So, but it's an amazing strategy. So it's an amazingly effective strategy. I haven't found anything that's even close. Some of my topics are viral-ish. They'll do good. Most of the time I can't do anything that's viral. Most of the time I do the videos that I do have that do very well over time. So I don't get spikes on anything except shorts, and even those are very focused, very very well thought out titles, subject matters, all that. So, late to the party. Welcome, Bearded Grump. Where are you from, man? Just give me a state. You don't have to give me yeah, how about that, Scooter Mullet? Yeah, so I'm actually gonna have to probably interact with people in the next few weeks if I want to make any money and refill my bank account. I've got to actually look like I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to stab you and take your money. So I figured this look is a little bit more presentable than dirty homeless biker guy. I follow Norley, got to go. I don't know, got to go. That's the first time I've heard that name. Mark Travels, I like Mark Travels. C90, C90's a freaking god as far as I'm concerned. Motofox, I don't know Motofox. So you gave me two good ones there. I haven't heard of those guys before. Anderson, South Carolina. So you're in the South. So, Bearded Grump's got a V-Strom. Yeah, I've got a V-Strom too. Not here. It's over on the Big Island. But yeah, that's my second V-Strom. If I'd have seen a good deal on a V-Strom, I probably would have picked one up instead of this guy. Just this guy. Well, actually, I love the Tiger. I'm really impressed by how well it did, despite all the stuff that I put it through. Bipolar. That's a really interesting comment. All that's stopping me from joining the Motovlog Club is a lack of camera gear. You don't need any camera gear. You got a phone, you got camera gear. That's a good way to get started. I've been trying to encourage people to do that for a while. Number one, because I've seen so many people come and go. I want to do what that adventure guy does. I want to do what that other motovlogger does. So I got to go out and spend $3,000 on camera gear. They get it, they record, they fill up their SD cards with video, and they may or may not plug it into the big screen TV, but they don't ever do anything with it. So I would highly recommend that you don't do that. Start out with your camera phone, pick that sucker up, start recording, walk around your bike, record your stops, do something interesting. See it, because that's the hardest thing. The hardest thing is recording something interesting and telling a story. As far as I'm concerned, that's my taste. And if you can do it and upload it from your phone, and edit it down into something that's watchable. That's the big hump is people don't know how to edit. And you can upload it, all your video to YouTube and edit on YouTube's video editor, which is free. And the video editor that I use, which is world class, is also free, but it requires a pretty hefty machine to run it. So you got to drop some coin in a nice computer to be able to edit the stuff. But yeah, that's what I would recommend, is go ahead and record, upload straight to YouTube, and just figure out what you're doing. See if you can figure out what you're doing wrong. Start telling your story. And then if you get to the point where your camera phone is holding you back, then invest in some camera equipment. But you know, you can get some pretty decent action cameras. It's just hard. Once you start mounting crap to your helmet and your bike, it just gets really hard and very expensive. And managing all that data is tough. But I'll tell you, the best guy to watch is Brian Bratton, the Lone Wolves on Wheels. He does everything. He's got a $1,200 iPhone, but still, it's amazing. The audio is amazing. The video is amazing. He does a decent job editing. I don't even know if he edits. I think he just shoots exactly what he wants to put on YouTube, and he does an amazing job. And I don't think he's trying to be a vlogger. I just think he's trying to share the story that he likes watching, kind of like me. But yeah, check out Lone Wolves on Wheels or Brian Bratton. He's on here all the time. He's always commenting on my videos. So if you can't find him, just go back and scroll through one of my videos and find him. You'll see some amazing stuff that's shot with a cell phone. As far as I know, that's all he uses. But anyway. Just to say hello here in Spain. I'll get up early. Yeah, man. Welcome. Moto Fox is new. Got to go. It's been around a while. She's a little bland in German, but she grew on me. Huh. I don't know. I'll check out Moto Fox and got to go. Tiger clutch. Nothing wrong with the clutch. It's clutch cable. I just ordered a new repair kit. It's going to be a while before I'm riding this sucker, because this one's got new tires on it. It's got fresh oil, and my bank account's empty. I mean, I got like $100 and something in it, so I'm broke. I'm not. The repair kit, $15, so I'll have it if I do have to ride this. If I have to do something to this, if I have to do something to the RT, then I'll take that. And I've got a truck over there too. So, but anyway, it's just a cable. It's not a clutch. Start with any camera, you can do it. Yeah, man, just start, dude. Bought a nice laptop. What editing software do you use? I use DaVinci Resolve. It's a free download, and it's, like I said, it is world class. And if you start becoming a professional editor, you can get the pro version, which I haven't. There's been a few plugins that I wanted to use, but man, it's really got. And I have used pro software before. I came from I think my first pro version was Sony Vegas, and after that I did Premiere Pro, which is a Premiere product, world class. But this stuff is world class, and it has the suites that Adobe has that are add-on packs for Premiere Pro. So, you know, if you want to do After Effects, well, that's included in special effects and stuff like that. Bought a nice laptop. Going with the 64. Yeah, man, try that 360 up. I think the 363 is out now. Those look pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I know a bunch of the folks that I watched just started using the 360, but man, I've got all the camera stuff I need for right now. Like, you know, everybody talks about 4K and 8K and stuff like that. It's like, no, I'm still doing. I drag my feet. I was doing 480 for the longest time. Everything moved into HD, you know, 720 and 1080p, and I was dragging my feet because it's like, wow, I got to upgrade cameras to do HD, and we're talking a decade or more back. So, but yeah, the 360, I dig it. I dig watching it, but I'm not ready to make a move yet. I got a cheap drone and a cheap, awesome camera, the DJI Osmo, which does a pretty good job. I like the new GoPros. They're outstanding. Stabilization, it's beautiful. With the low profile, less drag on the helmet. Yeah, I've had a lot of people tell me that they don't like my off center. You know, put my camera over here, so you're looking to the left of my windscreen, and a lot of people don't like that. But I have a modular helmet, and there's no way to mount it to the chin because the button to lift up the thing, I don't want it down there anyway. How weird is it to be home? It's very weird. I'm still adjusting. Luckily, I've had a lot to do since I've been back. Luckily, I had my other machines, my truck and my other bike plugged up to solar, so they were charged. Very, very little work to be done there. I had some cleanup in the bus, and it still kind of smells a little bit musty in there. I tried to ventilate it as good as I could, but it's very good to be home. I'm kind of getting tired of being on the road just because, I don't know, just juggling, trying to every day, trying to figure out what I was going to eat, where my water was coming from, when I was going to take a shower, where I was going to camp. Just kind of, I don't know, I would prefer to do the itchy boots type of traveling. So when I figure out how to fund her lifestyle, she's an engineer. I don't know if y'all have ever seen her interview. The guy from ADV Rider, Baldy, interviewed her. It's one of the best interviews of a motorcycle vlogger I've ever seen. But he will ask some very detailed questions about how she funds everything. But she's an engineer. I think she's a chemical engineer. I can't remember. But she gets these contracts and she'll go work for 6 months, make a bunch of big money, and then she goes and travels for 6 months. So I just think that's really cool. I need to figure out how to do that and travel the world and check into hotels instead of camping. My load would be a whole lot smaller if I just got to bring camera gear and clothes, and I don't think she brings any camping stuff at all. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Some of y'all watch her more than I do. I don't know. Great questions, great comments. Keep them coming. Where are you from? I am from Alabama. I am currently living in West Alabama, in between Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. Birmingham's the big city. See, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and then Mississippi's over here. So, yeah, I grew up in Tuscaloosa. Well, I actually grew up in Gadsden. We moved to Tuscaloosa just before high school, and then I went to the University of Alabama, which is in Tuscaloosa. So Tuscaloosa is my favorite town. I'm just about 20 minutes north of Tuscaloosa, where I'm at here. DaVinci Resolve looks great, but it's too much for me. I'll stick with yeah, dude, whatever works the easiest. And that's when you're starting out, you need just simple, rock bottom, easy stuff. And then just kind of like camera equipment. If you got a phone, you open up your phone app, you click record, you hold it steady as you can, try to capture the shot, try to get some decent audio. And then when you get to the point, you hit that wall and you go, man, my videos suck because of this, or my videos, I need to do this with my videos. It's hard to roll down the highway holding a phone. It's hard to mount your phone to your helmet. There's all kinds of things that will hold you back if that's what you want to do. Film yourself going down the road. But till you get to that point, there's no reason to go spend $1,000 on cameras, and then figure out that editing is another wall that you hit, and uploading, and then you're gonna get to the point where I'm at. It was like, man, I put a lot of work into my videos. Why is nobody watching them? And that sounds like an old bitch, but I have been editing and uploading to the internet since the 90s, and YouTube since 2006, shortly after they started. But I've been really putting a lot of effort into it since 2017, I started my first adventure in 2015, my big adventure in 2015. So I started putting video on then, but it was telling my story for my people. It wasn't really, friends and family. So, but I really started putting effort into it a couple years after I started that. So I'm just kind of pissed that everybody else gets attention and I don't. Oh well. 1080p is plenty for YouTube. Most people watch on cell phones anyway. Well, I will tell you, I watch my videos that are shot in 1080p on big screen TVs, and they look beautiful. So, and I'm a little bit picky when it comes to picture quality and all that stuff. So when people start talking about 4K, blah, 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 okay, well, I can read the print. I can read what time it is on your watch. Okay, who cares? Can you see the big picture? I don't know. I've been really impressed on the TVs that I've watched my videos on, so that's why I haven't changed. Like 4K. 4K, shooting on 4K is not only a huge pain in the butt, but it's expensive, because I keep all my videos. I archive all my stuff. So to buy the hard drives, it would probably take me at least twice as much and probably 3 times as much storage space, and I've got a stack of hard drives like that for my my videos. So I'm just not ready to make that jump. Hard drives are coming down, but it also becomes a management issue. I filled up a hard drive on this trip, so the entire hard drive is filled up with an external hard drive, because I can't keep it on the laptop. I don't want to, because those hard drives die. So you got 2 copies. That's kind of typically what I tell everybody. Bunk a biker when you're tired of hunting down showers. Yes, I have done bunk a biker. In fact, I did one bunk a biker. Called somebody out of the blue. Hey, I'm in fact, when I was headed to Casper to do my first interview with Garrett, Scooter Man, badass Scooter Man, has ridden his scooter across America twice. Now he's on a Harley, riding a pink Harley Sportster. I think he's still on a bike. It's kind of hard to keep up with him. He travels so quickly. And he's on Facebook and Instagram, which I don't do a lot on. Anyway, I just assumed, hey man, I'm heading your way. Can I come do an interview? Yep. I'm a day or so out. And I'm like, hey, I guess I meant to ask, you got a place to stay, right? And he's like, no, I'm staying with somebody, so I'm not going to ask them for it. And I was like, oh, dude, if you don't have your own place, cool. Anyway, so at that point I was like, man, it's cold, it's windy, it's wet. Bunk a biker. And I was going to be staying near Casper, so to be able to go out from Casper, and Casper's kind of flat and deserty. Not really, it's more grasslands, but they don't have a lot of trees in that part of Wyoming. A lot of Wyoming is very deserty. Anyway, I just got on Facebook and Bunk a Biker and got in touch with a couple people. One of them said, hey, you should call this guy, and I did. And yeah, real nice, easy. But yeah, I am not the greatest candidate for Bunk a Biker, because I feel uncomfortable asking strangers for favors, and that's basically what it is. Most of the people that do it because they want to do it, or they like talking to bikers. So Yeah, I tried to get an interview with the founder of well, the owner of Bunka Biker. I camped with her last week at the rally, and we just couldn't put the interview together. But I've been pestering her to do the interview. She doesn't like YouTube, so. But yeah, I wanted to get that because I think a lot of people need to know about it. The people that don't know about it need to know about it, as far as I'm concerned, at least as an option. So you join the group and you participate a little bit, and then when you get to be like I was in Casper, all by your lonesome out there, man, it sure would be nice to get a shower and a nice warm place to stay and get out of the elements, because it was cold and wet and windy when I was riding through Wyoming, and it didn't change much, but it sure was nice to be in Casper, get up the next morning and go hang out with my buddy. Itchy Boots has a master in geology. Was working on a PhD, but dropped out. Good for her. Yeah, I should have gone into geology. I took a couple of geology courses, but none of the professors came to me and said, "Hey Don, you seem to be very interested in geology." I had a lot of professors come to me, try to get me in their program. Except my geology professor didn't come and say, "Man, you have a lot of interest. You should. Let me tell you why you should think about geology as a career." If one of those professors would have done that, I would have been retired. I would have had lots of money in my bank account and probably would have had a wonderful, illustrious career, because I love geology. Just I didn't know that you could make money doing it. I didn't know about the oil industry at that time, or minerals, and just boundless. Sorry, you guys are. I'm running my mouth so much I can't keep up with the chats. Camping is so much fun and adventurous, though. That's the other side of it. I like being outdoors. If traveling required me to camp in strangers' houses, I probably wouldn't do it. But if it came down to I want to travel, and the only way I can do it is 10% of the time staying in other people's houses, if that was the only way I could do it, I would probably have to force myself to come to terms with staying with strangers. I think it's very interesting staying with strangers. It's just my discomfort level is pretty high with it, and there's lots of people that just don't care at all. I don't care. I'll go stay in your house, use your shower, dirty your bed, drink your beer, eat your food, and then go, "Hey man, thanks, see ya." I don't know. People I know, no problem. I'm much more cool with that, because people know me, I know them. There's no discomfort, or not as much. I've stayed with several friends this trip, which was very cool. I stayed with one stranger that was a viewer, and that was very cool too. He hooked me up at a time that I needed him. He offered, and I was like, yeah, I'll stop by, I'll have a beer, maybe stay the night. Turns out I was in Iowa when my cable broke, and this dude saying, "Hey, I'm in Iowa, you're in Illinois, you're coming west, if you want to stop by." And I was like, "Hey, that sounds cool." And then my cable started coming undone in Iowa, and that was the perfect stop, because he was close by a big town that had the cable repair kit that I needed. The only motorcycle shop that I had seen on this whole trip that had a cable repair kit, or even knew what the hell it was. I've stopped at so many since then. I probably talked to over 10 shops, probably closer to 15. "Hey, you got a cable repair kit?" "What's that?" "What's a cable repair kit?" "You mean a clutch cable? We can order you one." "How long is it going to take?" 2 months. Oh, yeah. Hey, Hoagie, he doesn't realize, does he? Not a clue. What am I missing? What am I missing, you two? Todd, Hoagie, Gary's a big star. So I think it was Philip. Philip was hanging out with me in the bar, and Gary's over on the other side of the bar. And I think it was Philip said, "Is that Gary over there?" I was like, "Yeah, he's a big star. Yeah." Hey, Gary. Your videos are great, Don. YouTube algorithm. You know, I know that there's better videos out there, but I would just like to be it's like, okay, if I'm 10% as awesome as Ed March, C90 Adventures, I would like that to be reflected in the numbers. It's like, or 5%, something that's legit. It's like, Ed is freaking cool. Itchy Boots is cool. If I could have 1% of her audience, I'd be fine. 1% of her audience is, what is that? 10,000? No, 15,000, 14,000. Yeah, 14,000 subscribers. She's got 1.5 million. I think that's right. Is my math right? Yeah, 1%. I'd be fine with that. Yeah, thanks, Josh. I put a lot of effort into them. I'm just not beautiful and I don't have big tits. 60-inch TV, big smile. Yeah, man. I would just about guarantee you, if I shot the same video in 4K, shot it in 1080, 95% of you could not tell the difference. If you look close enough, you can see the difference. But yeah, I think somebody said most people watch on their phones. I don't know most people. In fact, I can probably dispute that. I can tell you how many people on my channel watch my videos on a phone. I think it's about 30%. So all the scary numbers that YouTube shares with me. They don't tell me who. They don't tell me that Philip watches on a big screen TV, but I know that about 40% of my audience watches on a big screen TV. No, wait a minute. It's like 30, 30, and 30. A third watch on phones, a third watch on computers, and a third watch. I think it's more on it's the big two groups are phones and big screens, but I think the biggest group is big screens. So there's a lot of you guys watching me on the couch on the big screen. Kind of funny. I'm just gonna hire Carl to just follow me around and do all the filming. Dude, that would be, I really thought about that. I would love to be in the middle. If you guys remember Long Way Round. I'm trying to think of the guy's name. He was actually a character in Long Way Round because, it started out, as part of the drama. We got to hire a photographer. We got to hire a videographer. We got to have a guy. Well, they also had guys filming in the chase vehicles, but they had one guy. Can't remember the guy's name. He was awesome. Swedish, Swiss, Norwegian. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was awesome. And 95% of the time you didn't even know he was there because he's filming, but he's got great shots. He's filming with a helmet, but most of the time he's got a big camera that he's filming with, and he's filming the journey. And yeah, dude, I would love to do that. Sterling Noren, that's his background. He's a video guy. He does those, I think, for a living. At least that's what I remember his story is. His background, he's been doing motorcycle video professionally, chasing people around, commercial work, doing stuff like that. I just think that would be a great job. I would love to do that. YouTube sucks on some of the recommendations sometimes. I think a lot more people deserve to be pushed more. 100%. That's my big gripe, is that I subscribe to people because I like their stuff. And then YouTube tells me, you should watch these guys. And I'm like, no, just because they ride a motorcycle, I have no interest in those people. And I would say probably the biggest, and I'm probably going to piss a few people off. I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank now. The guy that everybody recommends, and he's just annoying to me. He does a lot of talking, doesn't do a lot of interesting stuff. I can't remember. He talks like this. It irritates me. I wouldn't enjoy it. I don't enjoy watching his stuff. So, anyway, yeah, stuff like that. I've gotten I used to get a lot of recommendations on her bike. Same thing, a lot of talking, not a whole lot of interesting stuff. But yeah, I get a lot of crap. I get a lot of crap in my feed, and what I don't get is the people that I subscribe to. So I have to figure out. It's like, where is $1 Million Bogan? I used to love his stuff a lot better. He's kind of fallen apart lately, but where's $1 Million Bogan? I got to go to his freaking channel to see, So I have to search for it, and that's not what subscriptions are all about. If I want to see, I subscribe to people for a reason. I want to watch their stuff, and for YouTube just to go, nah, screw you. Here's what we want you to watch. Ugh. Carl would be all over that. Sup, Grump? I think I've heard of the Bearded Grump on some Facebook groups. Aren't you traveling with your daughter or something like that? Yeah, I want to know more about you too, and maybe I'm just forgetting. I think I looked at your channel. And now I can't. Yeah, I'm always excited when somebody that's doing something interesting. Oh, hell no, I'm not subscribed to your stuff. Bearded Grump. Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm sitting here looking at you're crossing the creek in Tellico. All right, I'm subscribed to you now, brother. I'll check out your stuff after the live stream. Uh-oh, you're doing shorts too. Yeah, your stuff looks good, man. Yeah, sorry about that. It's me and my brother on the channel. My daughter has been in a couple of videos. What's up, Bill Dodge? Okay, cool. I was sure I heard that name before. Good times. YouTube struggle is real. Yeah. How long you been doing it, Bearded Grump? Just out of curiosity. So, I think I've told my story a few times. My story is basically, I've been making videos since the first consumer video cameras came out in the 80s. I picked up one. I used a student loan to pick up a video because I'm thinking, I'm gonna get rich. I'm gonna go shoot videos. I'm gonna shoot weddings, and I did. I think a couple years. I wound up working for a real photographer with real equipment. $50,000 camera instead of $1,500. Anyway, I've been shooting videos since the 80s, and I've been editing that long too. But on YouTube, I started around shortly after they started. Google had a really good video service at the time. It was called Google Video. So most of my stuff went on Google Video, and it's all gone now. But because they left it for several years after they bought YouTube. But they said, hey, you want your stuff? And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But yeah, shortly. I also uploaded a bunch of videos, a bunch of quality videos on a service called Vimeo, because they had a free service, but very small file size and limited what you could do on there. But anyway, I 2005, I started putting everything on there, and then Google Video, and then YouTube came along, and then eventually Google bought YouTube, and I started putting stuff on YouTube. But it was always, small, short videos, just riding stuff, just to show my friends and family where I'd ridden my motorcycle. And I did that for years, and really didn't put that much thought and effort into it, although I thought my videos were pretty good. I wasn't telling a story. And all that changed in 2015 when I started focusing more on the story and, trying to take people along on the big, long journeys that I had. So anyway, for years, probably up until 2015, well, it's 2017, I actually started putting a lot of effort into the story instead of just telling the story and, hoping a few people would watch it, people that I knew. But in 2017, I started putting a lot of effort into it. So I went from 400 or 500 subscribers since the beginning of YouTube, basically a decade. The most I ever had was 400 or 500 subscribers. Then I started putting effort into it, and it kind of started going up. I guess, effort. But anyway, yeah. So 500 videos for a decade. But I didn't care. I didn't, I've always wanted a lot of people to watch me, but if it wasn't marketable, if it wasn't interesting, I didn't care. But now I put a lot of effort into it, and I really, it pisses me off how much effort I put into it, and the reward is so small. And by the reward, I mean, a typical video nowadays gets me 400 views. So if I could just get 4,000, all my dreams would come true. Sorry it's getting so dark. I could probably go get a light, but there's a little bit of light here. Well, yeah, I've got a I don't know, I call it a big screen. It's really just a big TV, not a big screen. I've got nowhere to put a big screen in my bus. If me and my brother were sisters, we would probably blow up. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, especially if you're good looking. Blonde, good looking, riding a motorcycle. Well, that's kind of common sense. It's like if I was a good looking blonde with big tits, I would be a porn star. Sterling and Eva are awesome. I agree. I love their stuff. But there you go again. I have to go to their channel to find what they're doing because YouTube doesn't show me. That's really pisses me off. It pisses me off almost as much as YouTube not showing anybody my videos. Because that's my primary form of entertainment is YouTube. That's kind of where I get all my screen time. Yeah, I think Todd, the niche thing, that is I think exploiting it, I think you have to game the system. Being a middle-aged white man, you have to throw some drama in there. And I have plenty of drama, I feel like, on my adventures, but I'm not going to create drama because, it's like, yeah. And I'm surprised that nobody has accused me of creating the drama of the... Oh, there we go. I can just, I can turn on a white screen and give me a little bit of light from the laptop. Let's do that. There we go. A little bit of light. Yeah, I'm surprised that nobody has accused me of doing the broken cable thing, because that's been the biggest source of drama up until I've got a couple of let's see. The bike has fallen over. On this trip, it has fallen over 3 times, and I've crashed once, and all that's coming up. But yeah, that's not That's a whole lot more dramatic to me than cable snaps. But the cable snaps are, I don't know, that's about as dramatic as it gets before you start dropping. Then I had a crash. I had a crash in Buena Vista. It was a small crash in the sand, and I couldn't get the bike up. But all that's coming up. It's kind of interesting, a little bit of drama. But unlike the Bogan, I'm not going to take my bike up stupid places that I know my bike shouldn't be, well, within reason of taking my bike in a lot of places that I shouldn't have, probably. But you know, I had a lot of confidence. But the Bogan takes his bike up muddy, crappy hills that well, you saw in Mancos, me and Gary, I turned around. So I'm not a fool. I'm not going to create drama just for the sake of being, you know, whatever. Yeah, niche. Yeah, there's a lot of middle-aged white men making videos on YouTube about motorcycles, so I guess the niche is probably full. Regarded long way round guys, they were actors who know cameras, so they got a cameraman. Yeah, well, it's a great documentary. I mean, it kind of inspired me to do what I'm doing. So sorry about the light here, guys. Let me get a little bit more light on the subject here. YouTube does us the same way. They don't put our content in front of our subscribers. Well, funny you say that, Bearded Grump. A lot of people have been complaining, and I've seen it firsthand. Notifications are horrible, and they screwed me on this thing, except I've got other YouTube accounts that I so happen to be subscribed to Moto Giant on. So when I don't get the notification sent out on my videos, most of my videos they get sent out, but my live streams, like 90% of the time, they don't send well, sometimes it's mixed. Sometimes they send it to some people and others. But I've got 5 other channels that I put content on. Nothing to do with motorcycles, or very little. Well, 2 of them. Anyway, I tried the live stream. I set it up. I scheduled it this afternoon, and I didn't get notification on any of them. I was like, fuck this. So I made an identical live stream and scheduled it for the same time, and boom, guess what happened? The other live stream showed up all of a sudden. They sent out that notification. So I was like, oh, okay, well, all right, well, we got one, so I canceled the other one. But yeah, that's very, very interesting. So that's going to be one of the things I do, at least for the live streams from now on. The year on the 18th. Oh shit, dude, you're doing very well. If you've got, you got like 1,500 subscribers, 1,200 subscribers, you guys are doing great. I would not be disappointed. And you know, I think I haven't watched any of your videos, but I can tell you from watching other people's, very few people get it, understand what the heck they're doing walking out the door. No, there's not very many people that polish their videos before they go live on YouTube. There's very few. Most people just kind of wing it, throw it up there, and then, you know, they get a little bit of traction, and they're like, oh, okay, well, let me do better. Or somebody complains and goes, hey man, why don't you fix your microphone? That's my big thing. It's like, I like your videos. You know, a $30 microphone would go a long way. I sure would like them a lot better if I could understand what the heck you're saying. But yeah, wow. Yeah, I think you're doing great for a year. That's big numbers, man. Y'all must be doing something right. I will watch your videos, I promise. Vagabond Rally at Chuck's Classic Cycle. Did you go to that, Bill? Did I meet you there, man? I hate to. I'm not sure what that comment, that chat is about. I'm assuming that you were there. Maybe I met you and I just forgot. Just crash your bike, haha. That's really funny you say that. That's been my most common complaint, is I never get my crashes. I've gotten maybe maybe 4 crashes on film. I got a really bad one. Well, it was a painful crash. I didn't break anything. I don't know how, but it was bad. But the only reason I got it is I'm just filming, rolling down the road. I was up on my G650, just rolling down the road through the forest. There's nothing really going on except my pack's coming undone in the back. And this is how it always happens. I always crash on the meaningless stuff. I'm not really paying attention. I got this, no big problem. And my chair is coming off on the pack. It's bouncing up, hitting my butt. So I turn around and I'm filming. I'm rolling down the road because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful forest road, Skyline Drive. It's basically this forest road on the top of our big mountain here in Alabama. And my chair bounces up and hits me in the butt. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I turn around. And as I turn around, I roll over the crown in the dirt road, which is basically grass. But I think the front washed out, something washed out. I was doing 30, 40 miles an hour. Next thing you know, I'm on my face, and it hurt. It hurt really bad. I got that on film, but most of my crashes I don't get on film because most of the time when I'm doing stupid stuff, I'm filming. But usually when I'm doing stupid stuff, I'm paying a lot of attention, and that's why I as best as I know, I don't get my crashes on film, because usually when I go, oh crap, this looks gnarly, I'm gonna jump this thing here. I did get one. I was crossing a creek in an old great area, real close by. It's an old railroad bed. I was crossing the creek and I was going up something I shouldn't have. I don't have the skill to be able to make this. It's probably a 4-foot climb and it's almost vertical. And I thought if I just gun it, I'm crossing the creek, but then I kind of go up a hill and then boom, up this vertical thing. Somebody on a dirt bike that's got, a trials rider could have made it, but not me. But anyway, I was filming that and I looped the bike. It's pretty funny. I landed in the creek. Anyway, it's very rare I get my crashes on film. Just crash your bike. Absolutely. Get the big views. Well, you crash your bike into a car. Yeah. How about, I don't know if any of you guys saw this guy. It's a recent video came out. This guy, I don't know what he did. He's probably wheeling. I don't remember how the video started out, but he gets a death wobble doing, 80, 90 miles an hour down the interstate, third lane. He comes off the bike, slides under an 18-wheeler and doesn't get crushed. Gets up, his pants are shredded, and he's basically walking around going, I'm not dead, which is amazing. How did he not get crushed to death under the 18-wheeler? He went under the truck at 70 miles an hour. Unbelievable. Fake drama turns me off. Itchy Boots thing is belly laugh funny. Mogan? I don't know what Mogan is. It's nuts. Yeah, I've enjoyed the Itchy Boots thing too, but mostly because it's really easy and it's fun and it gets me thousands of views and close to, I think I've got like 1,000 subs from it. Hopefully the people will come over and go, wow, this guy's not bad. He's not Itchy Boots, but he's not bad. He does interesting stuff and he camps a lot. It's not a niche, it's a demographic. Yeah, that's true too. Notice on both phones, then went to PC. Good. Yep, both on phone and PC. That's good. It's good to know that the notices went out, but I had to trick it. I had to trick YouTube to send out my damn notices. But I'm on to them now, so I just wished I knew how to do how to get the notifications without having to trick YouTube. Constant learning process, just got to keep pushing. Yeah, that's kind of, it's either that, you either keep pushing or you give up, and I'm not really one to give up, and I like making videos anyway, so, if I get 400 views for the rest of my life, I'll probably keep doing it. It's disheartening. I would do a lot more, and I would put a lot more effort into it if I got, if I kept growing the way I feel like I should be growing. And it could be I'm just making crappy content. I don't know. Now I've got the mosquitoes coming out. Good thing I haven't been bit yet. Yo, looks dark, Alabama, man. It's totally dark here. It is, it's the same time it is in Chicago. It's 7 o'clock. But yeah, sun was going down. I was like, man, I should have scheduled this for 5 o'clock. I had some good sun then. Gets dark earlier in Alabama than it does out west. Totally. Green tint KLR. Oh, yeah, cool, man. Yeah. I remember you, Bill. I don't think I spent a lot of time talking to you, but you were right next door to me. Bill. Okay, now I remember you. We talked a little bit, mostly around the fire, I think. There's a lot of people there, man. I'm sorry I didn't have a lot of time to spend with the people that were there. Look, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go get a sweater. I'm in short pants and this thing, so it's getting cold. I'll be right back. Y'all stand by. Whee! Be right back. audio? I may have. How's that? Oh, there we go. I don't know what happened. How's that? Everybody can hear me now, I guess, huh? Sorry about that. I think it had something to do with my my light source that I wrapped around the microphone. Yes? Yes? Give me a thumbs up if everybody's got audio now. Sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention. It looks good on my end, but what do I know? Now you are a red man. I'm totally a red man. Thumbs up, so audio's back. Maybe I just unplugged the mic slightly. I don't know. Gotta keep. Yeah, y'all keep me straight. So what I was gonna tell you guys, when I first started streaming earlier, I told everybody that I've got something that's probably gonna give me a copyright strike, but I got 3 of them. I haven't had one in a while, but I love this video, and you can watch. I'm gonna give y'all a taste of it. That way, maybe I can skirt the line of the copyright strike. But the thing that pisses me off, normally I'd just say, "Oh, God, you got to go over to Comedy Central and watch this thing." It's a South Park episode. And I'm not a big, huge South Park fan, but they've got some amazing episodes, and this one in particular is just over the top. I can't stop. I can't stop giggling about it because it's just it's so genius. But I want to play a few clips for you, and I will put. Let me do that now. Let me go ahead and drop. I'm going to drop a link in the description of this video so you guys can go watch it on my Rumble channel, which I don't have a lot of stuff on there, but it's just so funny. It is so funny that I'm putting the link in. Y'all bear with me. Link is in the description, and can't save. And I'll make a comment too when this thing goes live, and that's probably when I'm gonna get the copyright strike, is when it goes when it goes through the filter and they go, oh wait a minute, this is copyright protected shit. Anyway, let me see if I can pull this off here. This is why I love doing stuff on the laptop, because you can do excuse me. All right. South Park. The episode's called the F Word. What I was trying to say earlier is you can't watch this anywhere. South Park has the whole season that this episode came from, but for some reason they have taken it off of Comedy Central. You can't find it anywhere. I found a copy of it, and I want to share it so bad that I'm willing to risk. And I'm guessing probably a bunch of people got pissed off. Somebody got got their feelings hurt, because it's basically they talk about Harleys as being the root of this problem. Harley riders. So I'm sure a bunch of Harley guys got upset about it. But it's not just Harley. There's all kinds of loud pipes. There's loud pipes on every bike. But yeah, the predominant problem, the people that you most notably see are Harley guys. But I want to play y'all I want to play you this awesome. Let me turn the. Let me turn everything else down. Where the heck? All right. Stand by. All right. Now, I'm just gonna play you off a few clips. Maybe I can skirt the copyright stuff.
Isn't this great, you guys? Getting away from it all, leaving all our cares behind.
Yeah, and they said the weather's gonna be nice like this all day. This is exactly what I needed.
Ah, not those guys again! God damn it, why is it that every time we try to have a relaxing day, a bunch of assholes on their Harley motorcycles show up? Shut up! Piss off, stupid assholes!
Isn't this great food? You're so right about this place. It's wonderful. You know what's really interesting is that... What's really interesting is that this place has a new owner, and they... On this gorgeous day, we bring these two together for the most important... Everybody's checking us out. Yeah, they think we're pretty cool.
Everybody's checking this out. Oh, this is where it gets good.
We were definitely turning some heads out there.
Yeah! I was pulling back on that throttle, and everybody was like, what is that?
For sure.
Hey, nobody here is really paying attention to us.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, that's better. No, let me just do this one thing here, because it's 22 minutes.
Alright, let's head out.
Ah! Anyway, oh crap, what am I trying to do here? So I'm gonna leave a link in the description and the comments so y'all can watch the whole film over on Rumble. They don't have as much problem with copyright, but I'm telling you, I've tried to put small clips of this, and it may actually work on here, but otherwise it's just going to be a copyright strike. But if you want to watch this, which is just awesome, so it turns into a no, I'm not even going to tell you. It's 22 minutes of just hilarity, and what the town tries to do, or at least what the kids try to do, to get rid of these obnoxious fuckers and their loud bikes. And anyway, if y'all know me, y'all know I'm not a loud pipe guy. I hate loud pipes. I hate it. It's logging trucks, motorcycles, you know, lawnmowers. It don't matter if you're loud and obnoxious and just, you know, attention seeking. You piss me off. And you know, if some of you guys have an issue with me speaking my mind, you should watch this video, because I think it's really interesting. You see the way that a lot of people perceive you if you're riding a motorcycle and you think everybody thinks that you're cool, like these guys, and it's just not the case. Most of the world is just like me. In fact, I'm probably gonna make a video about it, and maybe do some interviews with people. It's like, what do you think about people? Oh, there's gonna be like 1 out of 100 people are gonna say, yeah, loud pipes are cool. Do you have a motorcycle? Yeah, I got a bike when it's got loud pipes. I got straight pipes on my bike too. But maybe 5 out of 100 or think it's cool. But the guys that have these loud pipes think that everybody thinks that they're cool, and it's just not. It's not true. Most people in America think that you're a jerk and you're just obnoxious. So, anyway, God, 15 minutes. I've got a premiere coming up at the end of this, and that's 7:30 is the premiere. So we'll run this all the way to the end, and then it's supposed to redirect after I end the live stream. It's supposed to redirect to the premiere, and we'll see how that. It worked pretty well the last time. Hoping it's going to work pretty well again, but we'll see. Let me see if I can get back in here and catch up on the chats. What do you? Has anybody seen this episode number 1? I just think it's freaking hilarious. It's one of the funniest shows they've done, and it's so true. For the most part. Fellow rider, yes, I did make it home. Thanks for asking. Cold ride that night. Yeah, it's there's been some it's been cold here. I'm just glad I'm back, man, because I don't like riding long distances in the cold. I've got some good gear, but I didn't bring any winter gear with me at all. I brought some warm socks and warm gloves. That's about it. I could never get into South Park. Love Family Guy. Yeah, I think South Park is a I think it's a niche kind of thing. Family Guy's funny. Well, even Family Guy's kind of a niche thing too. You either like the humor or you don't. But yeah, South Park is kind of out there for most people. I think it's but when they nail it, they nail it. They've got, I would say they probably have 4 or 5 classic episodes, and this is one of them. So anyway, check out the link. Once this thing's done, come back in here and check out the link. When did you leave? I left Sunday mid-morning, 11, 12. No, I left close to 12. Right around noon, went and got me a shower and then rolled out from there. Yeah, that was really nice. Leaving with the shower. But yeah, it took me a couple days to get home. I just took my time. Wasn't in a big hurry. Yeah, it's hilarious. Everybody should watch this episode just because it's, it's kind of like, yeah, obnoxious. And I would say it would probably be less obnoxious if, people tend to ride in big groups. And when you're on a obnoxiously loud bike and you're riding in a big group, it's ear piercing, That's why I think it's so funny. I love it. It's Harley Rider. I found it hilarious. Good. That's the way everybody should appreciate the humor that's in it and recognize that. I would say probably most people should be able to recognize their flaws in this video. Hell, I've got my own, so it's like, geez, I wonder what people really think about me. I mean, think about that. I would say most people that ride a motorcycle look around and see people looking at them, and they think, yeah, those people think I'm cool, when a lot of people are just looking at us and going, what a dumbass. Why didn't he just get a car? Why is he riding around? Especially in the winter. I get those looks all the time. What the hell? In fact, I remember one of the first girls I dated in high school. Her sister was real snooty, but her sister came up and asked her, and she, my girlfriend told me the story. She's like, why does he ride a motorcycle? Doesn't he have a car? He's like, yeah, he has a car, but he likes riding a motorcycle. I can remember that so plainly. Like, it was not a cool thing back then. Back in the 70s, it was not cool to ride a motorcycle. You were not cool, and I still think it's kind of like that today. Riding a motorcycle is not cool to everybody. Just a few people. you know, maybe 50%, maybe half the population maybe has kind of an understanding about motorcycles. But the problem with that is most people don't ride motorcycles, so they don't know what it's all about. They just think, wow, that's shiny, that's loud, that's fast, that's an idiot. I would say half the people in America think that people riding motorcycles are idiots. Donor cycles. Worked in a hospital for almost a decade, and that was the big phrase. Donor cycles. Yeah, got a donor cycle. Just came in. Yeah, okay. How bad a shape is he in? What's up, Motorhead? Just got here. Episode of what? It's an episode of South Park called The F Word. You will not be able to find it anywhere on the internet except the link that I'm going to leave in this video in the description once it gets rendered. But I found a copy of it. They don't even have this on Comedy Central. So if you go over to Comedy Central, where you see 99% of all the episodes of South Park, you can go watch them. Except this episode, it's not on there. You can't buy it anywhere. You can't find it. But I found a copy and I uploaded it to Rumble. That's the link that I'm going to leave for you guys, so y'all can check out my channel. I don't have a lot of stuff on that channel over there, but I'm thinking about actually bumping up my game and throwing stuff over on Rumble, because you never know. They may see this and go, "Oh, you're banned for life. You put the Comedy Central up on your live stream, and now you're banned for life." So yeah, who knows? South Park. It's called The F Word. Look it up. You might see a picture of it, but you won't see a video of it anywhere on the internet, unless you go over to Rumble. Going to ride to work tonight, and they will all freak out. It's 50-55 out there. It's not cold yet. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, poor guy doesn't have a car. Oh, he must be homeless. Anyway, I'm gonna play y'all just a little bit more. Hang on a second. Let me move this stuff back over, because it's hilarious. It is just freaking hilarious. Where is my thingy? This thing.
Excuse me! Excuse me! Hey, asshole! You guys know that everyone thinks you're total fags, right?
What did you say?
You know, when people like you drive down the streets with your unnecessary...
Yeah!
No, nobody is intimidated, actually. Everyone realizes that people who are so needy for attention they need to dress up and be as loud as possible are you guys and 16-year-old girls. Just want to let you know, you're fucking fags.
Hey! What?
That little boy just called us fags.
Like he didn't think we were cool. But he's wrong. People
Right.
don't think we're fags, do they?
Of course he's wrong. And anyway, nobody except that little freak would ever say something like it to our faces.
It gets better. Half of the...
Did that kid just call us?
Just ignore him.
That's why it's called the F word.
This is fucked up. What's wrong with kids today?
That's why this episode's called the F word, because well, you'll see it. You guys just have to watch it, because it's freaking hilarious. But I don't want to give away the whole episode. You should go back, click on the link. I can only get back to the thing here. Click on the link, And I'll drop the link in another video, my next video too, because I want everybody to enjoy it. I have been trying to that my Chuck or Kelly, you guys are one of y'all are in here. I was hoping I saw your projection equipment. I was hoping I really wanted to screen this thing at the rally, but there's just really no time. No time, no appropriate time and venue, and it would have taken a bunch of pain in the ass. But yeah, I just think everybody that rides a motorcycle should watch this damn video because it's so hilarious, and you know, it gives you something to talk about. And I like talking about, you know, motorcycle culture. It's just it's always been a interesting topic. Well, I've really gotten way off of the intended discussion tonight was supposed to be hopefully talking about what I'm going to do with all this freaking video. I want to do something interesting and different. I got the shots. I got the situation, but I want to try to figure out a different way of telling my story, and that's kind of really what I wanted to talk about. Just maybe get some ideas from you guys, and you know, what you guys might be interested, because at the beginning of this journey, I was hanging out with. No, before this even started, I had this. We started this little group of folks that started YouTubing or started making more videos on YouTube, and it became what I called a mastermind group, because that's kind of, I don't know if you guys know what mastermind groups are. It's got a bunch of guys sitting together talking about how to improve whatever they're doing. Usually it's like business, you know. So it's a bunch of guys that are in business, maybe different types of business, maybe same type of business. How do we improve? And that's kind of what we started. It was a few of us. Todd was in there, Carl, Gary. I'm trying to remember who else was in there at the start of this thing. But one of the things I kept saying was, get the shot. If you get the shot, you can tell whatever story you want at the end if you get the shot. And that's always been a big thing for me. It's like you can come back and tell a different story. A good example is Todd made this, what was it, a review video, and it was really long, and I felt like he could have edited it down into something that's much shorter, and that's basically what I did. It's like, hey, let me take a shot at editing your footage into something that's, here's your major points. So I think I took his 20-something minute video and turned it into a 5-minute video. But who knows what all footage he had. I just took the footage that he put on YouTube. But that's kind of what I was saying. That's what I wanted to talk about tonight is, what do I need to do with this footage? Maybe I'll do that. We'll talk about it next Friday. And maybe I'll do another live stream Sunday night. Anyway, I'd kind of maybe get your guys' ideas what would be interesting for you guys to watch. You know, which direction should I go on some of the stories, because I could tell whatever kind of story I want with the footage that I've got. And you know, what was important about that last campsite? What was important about the road in between here and there? What does the story? What's important about it? Because I kind of want to change that up. I kind of want to make it more interesting for me too, because I kind of feel like I'm doing the same thing, just in different spots around America. But I've got 15 to 30 more videos to put out, and yeah, maybe get your feedback next time. So I got 2 minutes left. I've got a premiere that's scheduled at 7:30, and when we turn this live stream off, YouTube should direct you to that premiere. So I'll check you guys out over there. Yeah, go check out Rumble. Look at one channel, short clip episode on his channel. Yeah, I think you can get away with maybe short clips. I want you guys to be able to see the whole thing. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for the stream, and now I'm gonna push you guys over to the premiere. I'll see